Hello everyone and welcome to Happy Healthy with Jess and this hip mobility class. So this class is designed so that you could potentially do this every day to make yourself just feel a little bit mobile and free. There will be techniques in here, some of which you might not have heard of before. We'll be doing some muscle energy techniques. These are anti-spasm techniques to help us feel happy and healthier in the hips. But we'll also be doing a little bit of strength and flexibility because the combination of all those three creates mobility. What a beautiful equation. So what you might need to do, everybody, you might need yourself a blanket or a towel so that you can fold it up and put it underneath your heels. I have a little wedge here. If you've got one, brilliant. If not, the blanket or towel folds up brilliantly to slide beneath your heels. Of course, yes, you've guessed it, we'll be doing a squat at some point. You might also want to get yourself maybe a block or two or a couple of thick boots. These are not necessary, but if you have them, then brilliant, grab them. And we are going to get started on our backs. So when you're ready, let's get going. All right, so let's bring ourselves onto our backs, everybody. And we're going to place our feet a comfortable distance so that when your knees gently fall towards each other, the knees touch. Yeah, so we've got this nice kind of gentle movement inward of the hips and the knees. Bring your hands either onto your belly or next to your body, or if you're a little bit extra like me, I'm going to place them above my head. Why not? And just get your hips into a position where you're comfortable here as well. And if you can, close down the eyes for me. If that's not comfy, just soften the gaze. And we're going to spend the first minute just focusing on our breathing. Anyone who knows me knows that breathing is my baby, and it influences everything. I'm so passionate about that fact, making sure that we're connecting with our breathing so that we can then connect with the body. So just start to breathe through your nose, both in and out. Softening the breathing and noticing the lower ribs and the belly as you breathe. So as you breathe in, you should feel the lower ribs and the belly gently expand. As you breathe out, you should feel them gently fall again. And just do that a few times for me. We're not forcing the belly out. We're just letting it happen quite naturally, the chest and the shoulders, as still as you can get them. Everything is affected by our breathing, including our mobility and the way that the body responds to strength, flexibility. Just another breath like that for me, and then we'll get moving. Nice, well done everyone. So from here, just bring your arms alongside your body and bring the feet hip distance apart, knees facing the sky. We're going to just gently pelvic tilt back and forwards for a few rounds. So you can keep your hips on the floor, but just gently pelvic tilt. So tuck your tailbone, imprint the lower back into the floor, and then gently arch it. Now you might be thinking, oh, this feels like it's for my spine. It is. Yeah. Now remember that the whole body is connected. Yep, everything influences everything. So we'll always be kind of, even when we're stretching the hips, we'll be influencing the spine, influencing the knees, the shoulders. Yep, so notice firstly the pelvis and the spine in this position. And when you're ready, just settle somewhere in the middle. And then I want you to bring your knees into your chest. Now, obviously, you might feel like your lower back flattens into the floor as you do this. That's okay. Bring the knees in. And then you're going to spread the knees apart, right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee, until you feel a little stretch in the inner thighs, the adductors. Nice. Now from here, I want you to start making circles with your knees. So circle them in towards each other and then away from each other. And just keep going as many times as you like in one direction, and as many times as you like in the other direction. Lubricating the hip joints. This is one of my favourites actually. And if you do it for long enough, you'll actually start to feel like it's quite an effort. Good. Oh, this is such a nice way to start or end the day. That's a theme of mine at the minute. Movement to start or end the day. Well done, everyone. Now, I would like you to hold on to this right knee and lengthen the left leg down. So bring it in, give it a little hug, and just circle that right ankle a few times, right and left. Beautiful. And then let's swap sides. Bring that left leg in, right leg down. Oh, mine's stuck on a block at the bottom there. Good. Circle that left ankle. You might get a few little cracks. That's all right. We don't mind that. Good. All right. So from here, we're going to do something called a muscle energy technique. Now, I want you to place your right ankle onto your left lower thigh. Right hand onto your right knee. I want you to push your hand into your knee, but then also push your knee back into your hand. 20% effort. So we're not forcing it yet, we're just 20% effort. It should feel pretty chilled out, as if you're actually not doing that much. A muscle energy technique is also known as an anti-spasm technique, okay? And what this is doing, it's not a stretch, yep, it's not a strength exercise. So that's why we don't want to feel too much when we're doing this. We're just 20% effort for about 20 seconds, yeah? One more breath. And let's do the other side. Now, why would we do this then? So this type of movement, okay, an anti-spasm, interestingly, our muscles sometimes can be in spasm without us realizing, okay? Now, obviously, think about it. If your muscle is in spasm for long periods of time, that's when we're going to be more prone to injury, yeah? Or discomfort, right? So this sort of movement is going to help to give us that little bit of freedom and get that muscle working the best that it possibly can. One more breath. Nice, let's do the other side. One more time each side. Right ankle and left thigh, 20%. Now, if you're a bit like, what's 20%? Think about what your 100 would be. Oh my gosh. Half it, and then about half it again. Yeah, good maths there from me, as always. Good, just 20% effort, knee into hand, hand into knee. Super gentle. Good, other side one more time. Now these, when done in combination with stretching and strength, are like that added extra ingredient, like the cherry on the top, or the coriander on top of your curry. Sorry if you're not a coriander fan. But for me, that's what this is. You can choose something else. Lovely. Okay, so from here, leave that left ankle on this lower thigh. I just want you to start to bring your right foot off the floor and do that a few times until you feel your left outer hip and bum start to get a bit of a stretch. So we're just moving it in and out. Flex that left foot a little bit for me so we get a bit more of an active feeling. Active means engaged, yeah? Good, now hold it in. And we're going to thread the left hand through the hole, right arm round the back, and gently pull this in towards you. Now relax everything for me. Breathe through the nose. If you are lifted up right like this, okay, I mean, you might be all right, but if you have a wall, it's actually sometimes better to put your right foot on the wall and relax all the way down, yeah? If you need a bit more, you're on the other end of the spectrum, your hands can go on top of your shin, but don't force anything. We're not here for too long. If your knee is giving you any issue on that left side, flex the left foot and push the ankle into your right thigh. You'll feel a difference there. One more breath. Relax. Good, everybody. Other side. So right ankle onto left thigh, or lower left thigh, I should say, and just do those few little lifts and lowers. Now immediately this side says, hello, I'm a bit tighter than the other one. You might be the other way around. But again, just play with it. Flex that right foot, be quite active, a little bit of a squeeze of the legs. One more time, we're going to hold it up. Maybe the left foot goes onto the wall if you discovered that that's for you, or right arm through the hole, left hand behind the thigh, interlaced. Good. If you need more, hands interlaced on top of that left shin. And again, where is your breathing? If you've suddenly switched to mouth breathing is a big stressor on the body. Yeah? And sometimes we need that stress, yeah? But not for this. We want the body to kind of be reassured that everything's good. So one more breath. Gently relaxing. Fantastic work, everybody. Well done. So just give everything a little bit of a wiggle. Now, before we come up to seated again, I want you to bring your hands around the back of your right thigh, and I just want you to gently push that thigh into your hands, hands into your thigh. Yep, so another little muscle energy technique. Just 20% effort. Gently breathing. This is for the muscles that do what we call extension at the back, yeah? So again, for your butt, for the legs down, the muscles down the back of your leg. It also feels quite nice just to gently push away into those hands. Other side, pushing your thigh into your hands, pulling your hands into your thigh, 20%, gently breathing. Good. Well done. Both legs up into the air. Just give your feet a little flex and a point. Oh, isn't that nice? Good. Well done, everyone. Now, if you know that you get a little bit dizzy when you've been on your back a while, make sure you roll to the side first. Take a few breaths if you need to. But then we're all going to come up onto all fours. If you need padding, please feel free to put it underneath your knees. But let's move through our spine just to get everything loosened a little bit. So we're going to breathe in, dip your belly down towards the floor, lift the chest and the chin. Breathe out, arch the spine up, chin draws to chest. And just keep going with that for me. Inhale, make sure your arms are long. Exhaling, arching it up, push down into the floor. And really, again, become aware of your hips and your lower back here. Beautiful. Just a couple more. How are we doing? Nice, everyone. So a little bit of hip flexor, a little bit of strength. I'm going to move forwards on my mat because otherwise I'll kick something behind me, all right? What I want you to do, I want you to bring your right knee as close to your right tricep as you can. Really squeeze that thigh as high up as you can, and then push it back and squeeze your bum. Squeeze it, extend it back. Right knee in towards your tricep, and then push it back, squeeze your bum and lift it. Good, and in again. Try to keep your hips level as you do this. Up, up, up. You should feel it at the top of your thigh. Push it back, squeeze your bum. One more time. In. And push it back, squeeze the bum. Good work. Let's do the other side. Strength is part of mobility, yeah? So that's why I'm just activating these muscles a little bit. So left knee towards your left tricep. Thigh as high as you possibly can. And then push it back, squeeze your left butt cheek. Good. Left knee towards left tricep. Pushing it back, squeeze the bum. And knee in. Hold it. Thigh as close as you can up to your belly. Push it back, squeeze your bum. One more time. And push it back, squeeze the bum. Good, everybody. Give that a little wiggle. Move your hips right to left. We call this wag the tail. Ooh. Wag that tail, wag that tail. Good, everybody. From here, I want you to bring your right foot in front of your right hip. And we're coming into this 90-degree position. So 90 degree at the back. I want you to flatten out your lower back and squeeze your left butt cheek a little bit. What you should feel here is your left hip flexor begin to stretch. Yep, so let me just move this way so you can see a little bit better. Tucking the tailbone. Squeezing this left thigh. Yep. Oh, squeezing this left butt cheek, I should say. Stretching down this left thigh. Now push down into your knee and shin a little bit. Obviously, hopefully you've got padding. It's not too uncomfortable. If that is enough, stay there, gently breathing. If you can, we're going to inhale. The left arm's going to go high up, shoulder right up to ear. And exhale, lean over to the right, but your hips stay where they are. So it's only the spine that's leaning over, not the pelvis. Nice. 2 more breaths, everybody. It should intensify the stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Well done, everybody. Gently release that. We're going to wiggle this right foot a little bit further forwards this time. And now we're going to sink in. And then we're going to lift up. And just do that a few times for me. Sinking in. And lift. Sinking in. And lift. Now this time, let's get strong. So we sink down. Push your right foot into the floor. Squeeze your right thigh, squeeze your left bum cheek, and hold it there. So if I was just to tell you to hover with your arms, your legs are keeping you there. Yeah, because sometimes we feel like, oh, we need to come forwards. Can you stay strong just for 2 breaths? This can be quite intense, so stay with me. 1 more breath. On your next exhale, let everything relax. Now, if that means that the hands start to come onto blocks or come down to the floor, just let everything go now. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's gently come out of that, everyone. And we're going to do it on the other side. So we'll go left leg forward this time. Excuse me. Left foot comes forward, 90 degree at the front and 90 degree at the back. We are tucking the tailbone, so flatten out your lower back. Squeeze your right bum cheek for me and breathe and hold. Nice. Inhale, optional. Yep, so stay here if you want. The right arm goes high. Keep pushing that right shin down. Shoulder lifts up. And exhale, we lean to the left. Again, I'm not moving my hips. Yep, the hips are absolutely square. I'm just leaning over to the left from the spine. Oh yeah, 1 more breath there, everyone. Fantastic. From here, moving this left foot just a little bit further forwards, we are going to sink. And then we're going to lift. We're going to sink and lift. Do that a couple more times. On the next one, we're going to hold it, but we're going to get strong. So push your left foot down into the floor. Squeeze your bum and your hips. Feel like you could levitate. Yeah, really strong here. 1 more gentle breath, but keep everything engaged. Really feel the strength around the hips. And on the exhale, let everything soften. And bring your hands maybe to blocks or onto the floor. Just let everything relax. Good, everyone. From here, we're going to bring ourselves into a squat. So this is where you'll want to get your little wedge or your folded up blanket or towel. Yep, so if you're going to do this, just fold it up enough, yep, so that it's got that little bit of height. You can play with the height. As with a wedge, obviously, the higher up my heel is on this wedge, the slightly easier the mobility is going to be. The lower down, the slightly tougher, yeah? So, let's do this. I want you to just get yourself into a squat. Yep, you can start from standing, you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to literally get into it. Toes turned out slightly, and I'm going to come down as far as I can, okay? Now, for you, if you are actually like, oh, even with my wedge, I'm up here, that's okay. Push your bum back, push your feet into the floor. It will feel challenging, okay? Take 2 breaths, inhale, exhale. 1 more, inhale, exhale. Now, if you can sink down and just relax a little bit, then please do. If you can't, do not worry. Stand up, take a little rest. But the point of putting the wedge under here is to just give us that little bit more movement so that we can actually get down into a squat, yeah? So that we can access one. And ultimately, yeah, we won't be doing squats on the wedge or on the blanket forever if you're then going into the gym. We want to give the body lots of different options, but this is a really great way to start. And spending time in your squat is one of the healthiest things you can do for the hips, for the spine, for the whole body. So let's just take another few breaths, everybody. Feel free to have a little bit of movement and twisting here if you want to. Yeah, I'll do a little demo from the front as well so you can see that. Oh, she's got a little frog in her throat today, everybody. Oh, sorry, Mr. Plant. These things happen in a little flat. You might come into this nice big open stretch, so the right arm in front of your right knee. You might have done this in yoga. Always a lovely position to come into. Again, don't worry if this is not accessible yet. It's all about just getting into the hips a little bit, yeah? Beautiful, everyone. So let's bring ourselves now into a butterfly position. So pop all your things away. You might actually want your blanket at this point, or your towel or your cushion underneath your hips, okay? And I'm actually going to put it under my hips. So we're going to come into butterfly, soles of the feet together, comfortable distance apart. Bring your hands onto your knees, and we're going to do another little muscle energy technique. So 20%, push your hands into your knees and push your knees into your hands. Just 20%. Don't worry if your spine is rounded. That's one of the big questions people ask me when they do muscle energy techniques. Do I have to have my spine really, really straight? Just relax. Just keep super chill. Nice. Couple more breaths. Look how chill I look. That's literally it. 20%. Good. Hands underneath your knees now. Push up and push down. So you're pushing up with your hands and you're pushing down with your knees. 20% gentle breaths. Nice. Let's do it one more time, each way. Hands onto knees, knees into hands, 20%. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more breath. And the other way. Knees into hands, hands into knees. Approx 20 seconds. I know some of you will be like, this isn't 20 seconds. I'm not the greatest at counting, everybody. Maths, counting. I try my best. I should have a timer. Good, approximately 20 seconds. Knees into hands, hands into knees. Good, and then just let everything relax, and we're going to gently lengthen your spine and reach forward. I say gently. Lengthening the spine is sometimes an effort, so don't worry if it is, but take a gentle breath in, lengthening the spine, pushing your bum back. And a gentle breath out. We're going to lean forwards. Let your spine round. Let your spine flex. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale. Lengthen the spine. Push your bum back. Squeeze everything. Exhale. Gently round it down. Well done. Let's just hang out here for 3 gentle breaths together. So breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more. Gently breathing in. On the breath out, really let your body relax. Let your head, your shoulders, let everything go. If you want to stay longer, you can. And we are slowly going to bring ourselves up if you're ready. And well done, everyone. We're going to come down onto the back one more time. Yep, so again, if you want your blanket for any reason, you can have it. We're going to come down onto the back, and we're just going to take some gentle windscreen wiper twists. So take your feet mat distance apart here, yeah? Open out your arms to a comfortable distance and just gently twist in and out with those legs. Now, I'm probably going to hit something here because classic. But what we're sort of thinking about here is that knee that's falling inward. So when the knees are falling over to the right, think about that left knee that's falling onto the inside. And actually, let's maybe stay here for a second. Really just let that left knee hang out. letting that hip adduct move inwards. Gorgeous. Now, if this is enough for you, just hang out here, yeah? We don't ever want to force this, especially when the knee is in this position as well. But some of you might actually quite like to put your right ankle on top of the left knee, and it'll just take it a little further down. You could even, push that knee into the ankle and push the ankle into the knee. Yet another little muscle energy technique. Or you could just relax, you choose. Let's do 2 more breaths. If you have space, obviously you could open your arms super wide. Yeah, it's totally up to you. Or you could bend at the elbows like me. Nice, let's go the other way. So letting the knees lower over to the left, you could move the hips to the right if you need. And again, focusing onto that right knee now that is falling inward. It might feel different. Just letting gravity take that knee gently down, the spine getting a gentle twist. And again, your option, left ankle on top of right knee. Remember, don't force it though. Sometimes our egos want to do stuff because it's like, ooh, that looks cool. But if your body gives you the signal, nah, that's not for me, then listen to it. Listen, listen. 2 more breaths here, everyone. Nice, everybody. Let's gently bring those knees back. Maybe take a final little happy baby. You could take your shins, your ankles, your feet, and just take the soles of the feet up to the sky for a little rock. A little move. You could hold it still if you want to. Draw those knees towards the ground. Squeeze those legs. Very good. And again, if you need to, you could roll to the side. You could stay here longer if you want to. Take a little bit of relaxation time if you need to, yeah? But thank you so much for joining me for this class. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I will see you in another session soon. Do comment, do subscribe, do like. It makes the world of difference. And I really hope that I can continue creating this content for you. If there's anything else that you would like or that you would like to see on the channel, then pop it in the comments. Thank you, everyone.